we're off. I promise you guys, I will not be long. Uh, then sometimes I may be long. I don't know. But I just really want to get out this film so much that I've been trying to finagle my way with this system and finagle my way with that system. And it's probably just be best for me to just leave well enough along. Um, just not have the studio up. I have to figure out another way to craft together a studio. Sorry for those who pretty much joining in and it's late, but the thing is, altogether, I was trying to dive into the Chris Richards, his interview and his story, the way he liked his cornerbacks, the way he wanted to see his defense. Those things speaks volumes, and I think that he do speak with a level of conviction that I like. And like I said before, um, this guy's got a different bite to him, and I don't think that he folds up or lay down or anything like that. So I'm really, and I'm talking about, I really like the preview that I'm seeing from him. Shout out to those that's just joining in. I'm just gonna make sure I didn't mess up everything altogether. Um, he's the real deal, Holyfield. Yeah. Let me pop out this chat box, move this thing over here, and old Murphy Law trying his best to Murphy Law tried his best to stop me from giving this message out to everybody. Salute to Salzar. Shout out to you and Nebel. Roy. Shout out to you, Roy. Um, Bosley. Shout out to you too as well. So, with that being said, it's going to have a different type of temperament, a different type of vibe, a different type of flow with this defense, and I really think that the defense really is going to just bring in home. I did say it earlier that just don't fall in love with the stats. We understand that eighth overall defense, yeah, it looks good on paper, but those who out there watching the game knows that we wasn't pretty much eighth overall in defense as it relates to taking the ball away from the opposition, just being dominant and getting turnovers. Those are things that we need to have. I would rather have a defense that's stingy in that aspect of it than a defense just like where we were last year, depending on one person to make these things happen. And that's just not what we want. Shout out to Jordan too as well, and Germany. Many miles away from where I'm at, right? Many miles away from the Dallas Cowboys system, but still in the flex, still in the mist. So this is the game plan here. I'm gonna tell you guys all the game plan. I'm just gonna hook up this room and just make it into a podcast room altogether. I think that that will be nice for this room here. I've been bouncing back and forth whether or not I should go move my operations upstairs or downstairs or what have you. But I'm really thinking that maybe this type of setup will be best, and maybe I can get a TV mounted on the side of the wall or something like that. Um, but outside of that, man, I thank everybody for tuning in. Takeaways, the takeaways is the key, and you can be efficient in that aspect too as well. You guys remember the Saints? That year the Saints just jumped out and they had the Bounty Gate Saints and all that, but they was a team that took the ball away, right? There was no flash in the pan type of defense. Pretty much they was like ranked like 20th or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know you guys got the stats out there, but they was able to take the ball away from the opposition. And that's what I like. If we can figure out our defense is better than them in that aspect as far as it being solid. But if we can get more takeaways than whatever, I think it was 2006 Saints or 2009 Saints, whatever year the Saints won the Super Bowl, they was a team that took the ball away. And I'm really feeling that if we could be that type of team to take the ball away, just like the I guess the Colts one year they was taking the ball away too as well. I really think that can help out this team too. Church, what's up? What's up, everybody? Yeah, and happy Mother's Day. If you guys don't have anything to give to your mom or mother-in-law, just make sure you give them a call. That's major too as well. Just give them a call, let them know that you've been thinking about them, and See if you can take him out to eat. You don't have to do nothing real big. You don't have to go reach into your pocket and just pay for everything. Just take him out to eat, or give the loved one a call. Packing, what was it? Packing Messy Canes. Sup, my dude? Shout out to you too as well. Uncle Sam, Cowboys, what's up? I tried to, Uncle Sam. Yay, you know you owe me. Yes, indeed. So versatility is the key, and I really think that he's going to drive home on the cornerbacks and the safeties. I've been looking at some Cam Kelly film. Look for that to come out next. I got a lot of good things coming out with him. I'm going to show you his versatility. He do play free safety, strong safety, and cornerback. I'm thinking that with the system that what Chris Richards is looking for, he's going to pretty much put him at free safety. He's going to see whether or not he can turn his hips and get out to the quarterback too as well when he flex him down into the box. He's going to see whether or not he can roam too as well and take good angles. It's a long shot for the kid to make the team, but I'm really seeing some positive insights with him. I really think that he can pretty much probably craft some things together, and hopefully he can make the team. But still sharper steel, iron sharpen iron. Like, what's up? What do you think about the Dak contract talk, Nebels? Well, the thing is, Nebel, the Dak contract talk is the thing is this right here. There has yet to been a Super Bowl championship quarterback to win the Super Bowl with that big money. When you're talking about a quarterback getting big money, it's going to weaken somewhere within the team, whether it be on defense, whether it be an explosive guy that you need on offense. So my thing is right here, unless we figure out a way, we will have to figure out a way to win before we pay this guy's big money. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to go back into the same exact thing what happened when we paid Tony Romo. When we paid Tony Romo all that money, we couldn't put no defense around him. And then we look back at the Jerry Jones, and we look back at the GM, who is Jerry Jones at the time. Well, we look back at what Jerry Jones said. He said, hey, his biggest regret was not getting Tony Romo to the Super Bowl or not getting him a chance to win a Super Bowl. Well, in the same breath, you can say my biggest regret was paying Tony Romo too much money. And, it's like that in the National Football League now. There has yet to been a Super Bowl quarterback that got paid a fat contract and win a Super Bowl. And I do know that somebody's going to yell out to the high heavens, hey, what about Tom Brady? Tom Brady always took a player's discount or a team's discount, and he was always able to craft his way. And mark my words, 10 to 15 years from now, we're going to hear a story where the Robert Kraft family was probably paying Tom Brady under the table. Because for the life of me, every quarterback that's been paid big have not won a Super Bowl. And it's just weird in a sense because it's right there. This team, the National Football, is designed to be a parity, meaning that every team have their hand in the mix. But the problem is that not all divisions are equal. Can you imagine we playing the Browns twice a year? Can you imagine playing the Jets twice a year or the Bills twice a year? And I always go back to saying this too as well with the NFL. We are a team built in the West. We fly all the way out to the East Coast to play. We play in the NFC East. And it just doesn't look right, from a one can say, well, the rivalry is there, the camaraderie between the fans and all of the East Coast fan, Dallas Cowboys fan. But the problem is that, yes, it was cool before free agency. Yes, it was cool before salary cap implications came into the mix. But now you're talking about flying a team all the way from the West Coast, well, from Midwest, or however you want to call it, and we fly all the way to the East, and it's just always those things, whereas you got weather conditions of concern, you have players who's not used to playing outside, the CBA done changed, the NFL done changed so much, whereas the parity that they're trying to create in the NFL is really technically not there, and I got facts on that too as well. You look back at the past with the past Super Bowls, right? It either been the New England Patriots, the Seattle Seahawks, the Denver Broncos. These are the teams that made it to the Super Bowl out of AFC. The Steelers, the Ravens. There's really not that many teams that made it to the Super Bowl. And you still have those same plethora of teams that play in these weak divisions still making it to the Super Bowl. My thing is you need to bust this thing up, realign the divisions, and make it more crafty, zone oriented. Make it more zone friendly or whatever. But neither here nor there. It's just me thinking. So my thing is, if you pay the quarterback big, basically, it's going to diminish somewhere within the offense or within the defense, and the team is not going to get over the hump. And you can squeeze one out. That first contract, that first year, you might can get away with it. But if you don't win that first year, then you're back in the same wheelhouse. Shout out to Landon. Shout out to Huggy. Shout out to Hiri and CW. Shout out to you too as well. To Callaway. What's up? You welcome back. Hey, thank you guys. Witten retired Cowboys. That's why. I don't know what the context of the conversation was before that. They're arguing about Tavon Austin at MCF stream. Who's MCF? They're arguing about Tavon Austin. My Cowboys family. I think I can decipher that. I mean, put the bad teams all on one or two division. What's up, Law? Hey, that would be a good solution. Put all the bad teams like the Bills, the Browns. Oh man, it's crazy because we used to have a whooping pad on a team. It used to be the Cardinals, back in the 90s and before and beyond. The Cardinals was a team that we know that we could put a W on the board. Now everybody in the division pretty much tight. NFC East is pretty much like the SEC of the NFL. Everybody play everybody rough. And then I do know that there's rivalry amongst other divisions, but still, nobody have a freebie anymore, So it's just like that, give or take. LA Mental. I like that name. I love that name. What's up, Law? Shout out to you, man. Salute to you, man, and you and your whole family. It says to Callaway, don't argue, just watch him burn one. I mean, is you talking about Tavon Austin? I mean, this is the thing. And a lot of people want to get me to argue with them and things like that. Those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. You still cannot, once you have your mind set on something, that's just the way it's going to roll. That's just how it goes from there. Rico can't block. This is from Packing Messy Cans. Rico can block. I have film on that. He don't block like the way you want him to block. But like I said before, playing tight end in the National Football League is pretty much the third hardest position to learn, because you got so many things you got to do. And he's freakishly talented in a sense where freakishly athletic, 6'8", 280 some pounds, what have you. And he's one of those guys that you can say to yourself, regardless of what he do, whether or not he know football or not, put him in a low post move, and when he get down to the money zone, I think he will be able to catch the ball in that fashion. Kris Richard, this is from my guy D.O. He said he's a vocal leader. Most certainly, he speaks with conviction. He speaks with power. He speaks with, with knowledge when you hear him speaking. It's not none of that fabricated stuff that we've been seeing all through All or Nothing. He speaks the truth, and I like the way he elocute his way of putting his information out there. If I can put those words into crafting those words together, his ability to just uplift everybody on the team. We're going to see that. We're going to see a little stitches of Legion of Boom. He kind of broke that down too as well within his interview. He was talking about pretty much it's just not the boom. It's about the love of brotherhood, And I was like, wow, That's one hell of an acronym. You can love of brotherhood, meaning that it's something like this. You guys have brothers and sisters out there, or families, cousins, and stuff like that. I mean, sometimes if it's just a Joe Blow down the street, they get into a fight, it's one thing. But when somebody fight you and your brothers, you sit there and you're gonna be really to say, okay, you just hit my brother. I'm coming for you, and I'm not gonna stop until you feel the pain. So I'm feeling like with Kris Richards, with his ability to uplift everybody and put that love of brothers within the actual, I guess, defense, then everybody gonna play hungry. Everybody gonna play like they starve out there, and they're gonna sit there and say, okay, you put a finger on my brother, I got my brother back, and I'm finna lay it down to you guys. Law, hit me up if you have any ideas on or articles about Cowboys you want me to write about. This is from Cash. Hey, Cash, the best thing to do is reach out to my guy, DDP. That's Derek. We do shows pretty much every Wednesday or Thursday night. And you reach out to him. He have a website that he's looking for writers, actually. The website is DallasProspect.com. I'm talking about the website is lit. It's legit. It should be in the inbox down below. Just go to the website, check it out. Let me know, because if you really want to write, jump on right now. If anybody out there who's willing to write, anybody who's out there willing to do videos and stuff like that, hit my guy up. I'm telling you, man. It's good. The website is wet. Not trying to boost up another person's website, but it is wet. What's up? 1 star. Shout out to you too as well, Cowboys Nation. Shout out to you too as well. He should play both. Use him like Tyreek Hill. You guys talking about Tavon Austin? I think Tavon Austin. I think everything is going to work its way out. I think that with Dante Thompson playing inside the slot, with the emergence of Cedric Wilson, inside guy, I really think that the battle that I really want to see, believe it or not, is Noah Brown, Allen Hurns, and Michael Gallup. Those three is who I'm really looking for, because those three are pretty much slotted to be the X receiver. So I really want to know what Noah Brown, his improvement has been. I want to know what that is, And I really, really, really want to know what Allen Hurns can do, as far as he's the pretty much seasoned veteran on his team now. And I really want to know what Gallup can do. I really want to see those things. I want to put those things into like the big mixing bowl. KD Cannon, my thing is Callaway, he got to prove it. To me, he's still red shirt, still practice squad available or active or what have you. So he's really going to have to step it up. And I don't think that KD is going to be an X receiver. I think that he's more so a Z, a receiver who can play inside. And I just got speed. Speed kills, but I really need to see tape on this guy, This is from Packing Messy Cans. If Lee in the O-line is healthy, Super Bowl bound. I mean, if we can stay. Sean Lee is one thing, right? And somebody else got to step it up, because he's the oldest guy on the defense now, or one of the oldest guys, I think, that's on this defense. And somebody let me know, because I do know that somebody down there got everything as far as those stats. I'm thinking that somebody else have to step it up, because at this point it's been going on 7, 8 years, and waiting for Sean Lee to stay healthy for every game. It's becoming more so like insanity at this point. We really need somebody else to step it up. And hopefully he can stay healthy, but let that just be a constellation prize. You know what I mean? All right. So defense got to get off the field and make key stops. Yeah. LA, you right. You're right on the money. If we don't make those key stops, we saw what happened in the Rams game. We saw what happened in the Green Bay Packer game, whether it be in the playoff game, whether it be pretty much last year. We saw what other teams did too as well. The Seattle Seahawks. the who else we were up by. There was so many teams that we were up by so many points, and then they figured out a way to crawl their way back into the game. And the defense must know how to just stab the opposition in the heart and take away what they can do best. And if we don't know how to do that, if we can't get those turnovers and takeaways, then we back at the same rotation cycle of being a mediocre. But I'm really thinking that with Kris out there, that whole mentality mindset has changed. I think that he's going to have these DBs playing up tight on the line. I don't think that he's going to have them playing 10 yards off. I think that everybody's going to be held accountable. And even though I'm still leaning towards a big fat plug that you can put into the inside or the interior of the line, and just wreak havoc from there. Because if you look back at the Ray Lewises of the world, and if you look back at any pretty much linebacker that flew out to the ball, they had the unsung heroes, those big fat hogs, whether it be a Saragusa or Sam Adams or somebody that can just fill in the gap. Even if you're talking about the Seattle Seahawks, they had this guy named Maybank, this big plug that you just put right in the middle, just gobble up some space. Whether or not, and I do know that it doesn't look cute to have a big blog out there, but that guy leaning on you for the first quarter, second quarter, but when it comes around the third and fourth quarter, when everybody is pretty much gasp at the time, then that's when you can just pretty much eat. Look back at the not Seattle Seahawks, the Vikings. Look at the Pat Williams and all those big boys, and look at the Carolina Panthers, Keywan Shorts and all those guys. Man, there is a way where you have to look at the pros, the defense that's doing it the best out there, and say, okay, this is a copycat league, and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to get me a guy that can just lean on the opposition. And in third or fourth quarter, that's when you get your most sacks from. And that's when the quarterback is gasped, and that's when the quarterback is not trying to roll out. He's trying to sit back in the pocket and look sweet and pass the ball, and that's when you can get those turnovers. But it will not happen if you do not craft your team together the right way. And I do know how everybody's going to hate for me to say this, but look what happened to the Patriots. They went and got, years back, they went and got Vince Wilfork, right? He got long in the tooth. They got rid of him, Then they went and got a Brown guy, just a big gobbler guy in the middle. And then if one could argue and say about the Eagles, they went and got a Jurgen. See, the philosophy, the plan is right there for everybody to take. But the Dallas Cowboys don't value the nose tackle. And we got this finesse front four. And can we win with a finesse front four? Yes. Look at the, I think, 2011 Giants and look at the 2007 Giants. They had a finesse package of a front four. So it can happen. It is possible for it to happen. But I just don't still see our defensive front four being that NASCAR package. I just don't see us being that way, But it could be this year, But it is what it is. Shout out to who else in there? Christopher Durham. Shout out to you too as well. I know Mr. Williams in the house. Shout out to you. But I don't know who's this other person. Is it GR? Is it G Romo or Romeo G Romeo 301? Shout out to you too as well. He said, "What's up, Law? I didn't get a chance to meet you at the tailgate, but you did tell us that they were going to draft LV." Yeah. I told everybody, hey, they're going to draft LV. I was right, and of course I had a little bird to fly in my ear and telling me that it's going to be LV. And lo and behold, it was LV. Looking crazy. What up, Law? We the boys. Yeah, we are. We are them boys. And remember, you guys are listening to nothing but the best. Oh, man, yeah, I'll try to be the best. Oh, yeah, your dad called it too. Hey, me and your dad think alike, Callaway. And this is the thing with LV. Everybody going to say, "Oh, I told you, man, we was right." He's still going to be explosive. Seeing a guy that's have a range. My only reservation would be is just against the run. He's just really not there to me. Now, Coach can coach that up, you know. And when he hits somebody, everybody gonna be like LVE, LVE, you know. Or he still got the name you can still roll with LV, you know, like Zeke. You gonna be LV. I'm gonna tell the announcer just say LV, just stretch the V out whenever he make those tackles, right? Um, he's like a miniature, a mini Sean Lee. LV is bigger than Sean Lee though. Jada, what's up, man? Oh man, putting in a donation to help grow the nation, man. I appreciate that. Add the penny so it would be $10. Oh yeah, I'll add the penny, man. Anytime my brother it feels like Kris is going to get Lewis and Cheeto Bay playing close, not 30 yards back like Rod doing at times. Jam the receivers. Yeah. What happened when you jam and press the receivers? There's a thing in the National Football League, believe it or not, which is called cover sack or coverage sack. And when you have that, look, I'm trying to get into my coaching phase now. When you have the the DB playing up tight on the line, of course, you can say, okay, when my wide receiver breaks free and beat this guy, then it's over the top. We taking it home to glory, right? Go back and watch the interview. The brother said, I want to already have in the mind of the quarterback saying, this guy right here, we have to worry about because he's 6'2". He's 211 pounds or he's 206 pounds. And he's strong, got a long length. That's going to take away half of my plays, my hot reads that I'm going to be able to pass to him. And then I have the defensive end, a Dorrance Armstrong coming off the edge, or I have a Taco Charlton, or I have a D-Law coming off the edge. We have all this pressure coming right at us now. This is going to have to be a quick pass. And then, now that you got the opposition worrying, thinking in their mind, how can I stop Cheeto Bay Awuzie, who's big and who's already solid? And guess what? Guess who's rubbing their hands? That safety, that DB that's out in the backfield, playing the back beyond the ball. They rubbing their hands because they know within 2 or 3 seconds this ball gonna have to be released because the quarterback got to get the ball out fast, but that DB is sitting right up on the shoulder, you know, or sitting right up in front of the wide receiver. That's what it does. But when you playing off, there's so many routes that you can run. You can give them you can run a hitch route when you're playing off. Come back. You can run a sweep. You can do a quick pass. You can also do a give and go. There's so many things, and what I call is a free release. When I'm playing somebody one-on-one, I want to be on you like the glove, the Gary Payton of the defense out there. I want to be right up on your hip. That's why I call Jordan Lewis Hip Pocket Lewis, because he's more of a press man cover corner. And that's why I said when you saw him in Michigan, he played right up on he played right up on the guy. Everybody was talking about his size, his weight, and this sort of thing. It doesn't matter because he's right up on your hip. And wherever you go, he goes. And he touching you this way, directing you. And Cheeto Bay Awuzie, a physical corner, boundary corner. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to squeeze you out to the edge. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to give you on a narrow corridor, a narrow area to catch the ball. So instead of him playing off, you really can't redirect. You really can't do all those things. Now, it's a bend but don't break type of defense. Of course, when you're playing off, you can drive down, crash down on the ball. You have a better perception of where the ball is going to go at. But I don't want the quarterback to pick us apart that way. I want everybody to play tight up on the line. Who else we have? We talking about Gallup. Gallup wears number 13. I wanted Gallup to wear number 84. I think the tight end already had those numbers though. Who's wearing number 84 on this team? Let me know, guys. Who's wearing number 84? Because I wanted Gallup to wear number 84. I think that number looked nice on him when he played in the Senior Bowl. You know, Gallup thanks Miles Austin. As long as it's not with the hamstrings, I'll be okay with it. Gallup's going to be a star. I really do. The thing is with Gallup, he's gonna be galloping away. I can't wait for Brad Sham to say something crazy about his name. James Hanna used to wear number 84, right? So number 84 is out there for grabs. Number 80 is pretty much Rico Gathers. So James Hanna wore number 84. I would like for one of those receivers. I do know that getting those little small numbers like 13, 17, 15, all those little numbers, pretty cool, but I'm like the traditional, I'm an old school guy. I like the 80 numbers receiver, like 89, 86, 88, 81. I like the 81. 81 is a sweet number to me. I like that number. Waco, baby. Yeah. Yes. Who's this? Agree. Alexis. Yeah. Hannah's 84. Gallup should be 81. T.O. Let's see. I would like that on him. 81 would look nice on him. 84, J Novacek old number. Yeah, pretty cool, Pretty cool. I'll tell you, nobody's going to wear number 82, right? Nobody's going to wear number 82. Rank our wide receivers out of 32, Law. Rank our wide receivers out of 32. Like in the National Football League, where our wide receivers stand, I don't know. Wide receiver core, 88. What were we talking about? In college, of course. Law. Did you see Barkley versus Shaq? But nah, I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen that. No one's going to wear 22. No one's going to wear number 8. No one's going to wear number 12. They're not even going to think about giving nobody number 12, nor number 8, or number 22. KD Cannon is wearing number 81 now. Sweet. He better do something. He better represent. It. Yeah, you're not gonna see that. No one's gonna wear number 9 for a while, for a minute. I don't know how that number is gonna be revered, but I don't think nobody's gonna wear number 9 for a long time. Alan Hearns will play big this year if he can stay healthy. If Alan Hearns can stay healthy, man, that will be nice. But it's 12 o'clock, guys. I try my best to stay as long as I can. I said I was gonna be really short, but I got a lot of things on the fray tomorrow. But I really appreciate everybody that's tuning in. Thank everybody for just being onto the channel. Follow me for a long time. Going through the mist of my little technical difficulties. And shout out to, like I said, Jade for the donation to help grow the nation. Every penny counts for me to get better with everything. Also, too, as well, for those who are out there, happy Mother's Day. And for all the mother-in-laws too as well. I call them mother-in-love. Happy Mother's Day to you guys too as well. And if you can't go out and get a gift for someone who's a mother, just give them a call. Let them know that you've been thinking about them. Let them know that you love them and this sort of thing. But that's all the time I have for today. I'm just going to do a quick shout out. LA Mental, Uncle Sam. I tried to claim you on my taxes, but it didn't work. William, shout out to you too as well. Davis, and who else we have? Kush, shout out to you too as well. And Jefferson, shout out to you too as well. As we get to going, Nebo. Nebo, shout out to you too as well. Peace, love, and fish grease. Dio, shout out to you too as well. Rajas, shout out to you. And that's all the time I have for today. I really thank you guys for yours. And remember, you're listening to Nothing But the Bass. Salute. I'm out. Peace. Johnny, I see you. Shout out to you. And Nico, you guys know who you are. Shout out. Shout out.